Hi guys, or afternoon guys, happy Sunday. Hope you've had a great day so far. Wanted to talk to everyone about recall. The reason why I want to post this clip is I get asked all the time by my clients, and yesterday was at the council event up at Sandgate. It was the number one question I was asked by the general public. How do I get my dog to come back to me? How can I get recall? For me, that's a really challenging question to answer in one line, or to give the general public just a quick answer on how to get it. Because for me, the quick answer is leadership. But then people don't understand how to achieve that. So it becomes a longer conversation. But there are a few tips that I can give you. And one is about your dog's name and how you're using it. Especially as a puppy, when you first get them, people tend to use the name constantly, and also use the dog's name for negative association. So rouse on the puppy or rouse on the dog for things that they've done wrong. So if you're going to say, Mocha, stop that, or Mocha, if they've done something wrong, then the negative association comes in that when they hear that name, they're not always going to want to come. So first and foremost, only ever use your dog's name for positive things. So when I first started, I still only use my dog's names for positive things, and I don't use their names very often actually. It's normally just if I want to call them for a meal, if I think I want to go out and I want them to come with me, so even a walk, that type of thing. So every time they've heard their name, it's always been something great. So therefore, when they hear their name, it's like, awesome, need to go check out what does mum want me for. Of course, obedience is a good start too. Your basic obedience classes. This is where you will learn about, come to when you're calling, but more so your basic obedience classes is that part of a balanced dog where you're challenging their intellect, you're getting them to think, and they're actually doing things for you. By challenging your dog's intellect, you're gaining respect, and that's a key component when you're out and about in what we call primal world or the off-leash environments, to try and get your dog to come. So in the end, are you worthy of that? But when I talk about leadership, what I really mean is, how relevant are you to your dog? Are you worthy of your dog thinking can they follow you? Do they want to follow you? Do they see you as that worthy leader? Have you earned that role? So this is where the more longer conversation comes in around, what is your relationship built on with your dog? Your relationship should be built on trust and respect. 100%. Your dog needs to see you as that worthy person to follow, that authority figure, that person they want to be around in their natural environment. And I can tell you right now, if I picked up my two and dumped them in Thailand, Mexico, Bali, whatever, they'd become a street dog, and they'd be part of a pack with a leader and followers. And they would follow that leader out of trust and respect and love. They're not going to follow that leader because they've done some sort of obedience class or the dog's telling them to. They want to follow that leader by choice. And this is what we need to learn to achieve at home. The other thing to consider is, is your dog obedient at home? Are they compliant at home? If your dog is doing everything that you ask of them at home, like coming to you, not being naughty, being really well behaved, not bark, they stop. If you ask them to stop barking, they stop. All of that is something to consider with how well they're going to do in an off-leash environment, and whether they're going to listen to you and whether they're going to come back to you. If you're struggling at home with those sorts of things, hate to tell you, you're going to struggle out there. So we need to build and start with the basic foundations of having a really beautiful, well-rounded dog, but more so on the relationship that we have with them and how they view us. You want to start to create great foundations, rules, boundaries, limitations. You want to exercise, you want to travel with them, you want to lead them in those situations, you want to fulfill instincts. All of this gains trust and respect from your dog, and they will see you as someone that they want to hang around. The most interesting thing I always find is people are like, oh my God, Jo, I could never leave the front door open. And I say to my clients, it's an interesting thing, isn't it, when you really think about it? Why is it that your dog so desperately wants to run away from you? Have you ever thought of it like that? And this is when I think the light bulb moment happens around, think about what sort of relationship and how relevant you are to your dog. So I'm so sorry it's not a 5-second answer. Some dogs are born with what we call pack drive more so than others, so you'll get it far easier with some dogs. Some dogs will definitely be more of a challenge, and this is where it's more of a challenge for us, where we have to up our relationship, up, our trust and respect, our rules, boundaries, limitations with our dog, because they're going to make us earn it more so than others. So again, guys, I'm really sorry, not a 5-second answer, but hopefully I'll be on board to start my workshop soon, and I'll be able to make this all very clear for so many of you who want to attend. So anyway, happy Sunday. I hope it was a little bit helpful and a little bit insightful. So enjoy the rest of your day. Any questions, let me know. Bye, guys.